right? And like that's the thing, right? Is that there's like the conversation, like the 2-side conversation, 3-side conversation when it comes to like dating in the scene, right? Like we like people bring this shit up all the time where it's like they're a distraction, and I'm like,
Oh,
like, just because your person ain't talented doesn't mean that like just because both of y'all suck at the game doesn't mean that your partner's a distraction. If y'all were good at the game, then y'all would be good at the game. That's just the facts.
I get pressed about when people have those kinds of discussions because there's so many of us that are living, walking like proof that us having significant others in the scene has never been a distraction to us. But at the same time, because we're all very understanding and we're literal trailblazers in what we do, and we're professionals, so we understand that. It really should not. That man had to make a whole post. And then people were like, no, we don't agree with you, which is very, it's fine. But I would never want to be with someone who I felt was like, who didn't understand. I'm not saying they had to go to the event, but, or couldn't understand.
Respect your passion.
That's all, and whenever I hear about, it was specifically men, like my male friends, they'll talk. I don't know what happened. I saw something, but I don't know. Should I click it? No.
I don't know. I was curious too because I was like, I wonder what that was.
I'm gonna click it just so I know. Oh no! I'm so glad you guys did. Good thing that you did.
Good thing I read that one. It was, you and I both read that comment. We're like,
I'm like, okay. Anyway, but yeah. So I have male friends who, they say, oh god, and this, I start rolling my eyes at some point because I'm like, do you all not, guys in the chat as well, do you guys not see this stuff when you date women or whoever? Do you not see this when, you'll be dating your girl, your guy for a couple years, or maybe like a couple months, and then you realize they don't like gaming because they see it as childish. How was this missed? How was this missed?
That's a good ass question. Like how, like that's the thing, right? It's like if you're dating somebody and gaming's a massive part of your life, you're a streamer, a content creator, you just really enjoy gaming.
And you travel, and you've met friends through this. Continue.
Yep. Oh, and then they're like, "Oh, get the fuck off the video game."
Right.
That they are not for you. They are not for you.
How have you missed this? Like, there's such a oh my god, there's such a huge difference between someone going, oh yeah, I like Tekken, and they never really sit with you, play with you, ask anything. And then there's they end up really just hating the game and just, which I have a friend who, she said F Tekken, she said fuck Tekken. She told my friend, he said like a couple of his exes really didn't understand it, and he was barely in the game like that, and they still felt like he was spending more time with the game than them, even though he wasn't. He barely played because there was that tenseness because even when he did play, it was like his attention was elsewhere. I'm like, look, y'all really gotta make sure if you're gonna get with someone, make sure they really understand what the hell you're doing. Your passion.
My real question is, though, for those people who are against gaming that hard, what hobbies do they have that they see as so superior? They're like, oh man, my books be hitting different. And then they play Last of Us, like the first one, and they're like, come on, dude. Come on, come on. They can be moved.
Watching, I don't know. Skating?
They can be moved just easily. Like, oh, they like watching paint dry. And like, oh, that's their passion. Bitch, you better get off the Xbox so you can watch paint dry with me, motherfucker. I swear to God right now. Like, oh my God, so stupid.
And it's like, that's fine if you mess with that, but you can't shame your significant other for loving something like gaming. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean y'all can't still respect each other, Like, my sister's boyfriend, he loves, like, tinkery kind of stuff, like the watches and, like, the knives. That's a thing. And I told my sister, I said, the hell?
He's an old man? Is he?
He's 25, and he's like an old man because of his father. But she said, you know what? She's like, I don't understand any of it. She's like, but you know what? I still support it, and I'm glad he likes it, And she asked with that hard, and I'm like, See, that's what it's about. You don't have to understand everything, but I said like he's out here killing babies. I mean, that's not a hobby. Anyway,
technically it is a hobby, but a good hobby, no.
right. But you get what I'm saying. So it's like,
why was it the first thing that came to your head in that conversation?
The worst thing possible. I just thought the worst thing possible. I don't
know. Fucking, we went from not liking video games to killing babies. I don't know how we got here.
I'm sorry. I just look. All I'm saying in regards to the FGC, people like, look, if you're supporting the FGC and you're saying don't date in the FGC, I'm sorry. Gaming is such a big part of your life. You just sound like you're bitter. I'm just gonna like.
And if you think that like gaming is taking away from your relationship, this doesn't matter what gender you are, by the way, chat. We're not saying like, oh, women should be like, no, this is any gender, right? If you feel like gaming is taking away from your relationship, that's a serious conversation that you need to have with your partner about respect and understanding time, like evaluation, right? It's like, for example, how about you both game together? Oh, you're not into gaming? Well, there's actually like some mini game stuff that you might be into that you could try to like gateway them into it, right? And even if it's not like, even if they really don't like gaming, okay, have dedicated time for non-gaming activities together, right? You don't need to have like every time they're on the game or something that like, oh shit, like get off the game. It's like, no, it's have your dedicated time. And if they're doing that during your dedicated time, that's a reason to be upset. If you see them on the game having fun, oh, they've been playing for 8 hours straight, cool. Because that's their time. You didn't have dedicated time before this, so it's fine.
I totally agree. Having that dedicated time, is really important. Even for those of us who eat, sleep, and drink FGC, we still have to make time for our significant others too, because they do the same stuff we do. A little different in some fields, but they still do the same stuff we do. I literally have to plan out like Scar and I we plan out like little date nights. So we play Cuphead together. We just did Resident Evil. We watch movies on Netflix. Because our games are different. Our games are very different. Kinda. No, they're really different. But
MK's a whole different boat, baby. They be pushing buttons like no tomorrow. It's crazy.
I noticed. I'm like, this is very, very American.
They press so much shit. They just keep pressing shit constantly. It's weird.
Dude. I've never seen a game where you have to mash so much. But I mean, it looks fun. It looks fun.
Listen, it's so much fun.
It does,
but it's like you know us, right? We're like methodical. We're like blah blah blah. This shit's like when in doubt, down jab, down jab. What the fuck, down jab? Okay, cool. Oh, shimmy out, down jab. What? Why am I constantly pressing shit? There's like the combos. There's no timing. You just go and then keep doing inputs. I'm like, what the fuck is? I don't.
It's a new game, but I think it's really cool that you took it on and you're learning it. I think that's really, really cool, though. Like, it's mad cool, but it is very different. And yes, Rich, American is the only way I can explain it, because I don't know any other type of fighting. Because all the other fighting games are like from different countries. Usually in Japan, they got Tekken on lock. Like, yeah, I'm being biased, but like MK is so American. But the way they do their character models. That's the most accurate thing I've seen in a long time, because it's American and we have a melting pot here. So obviously, I would hope they do that right. Tekken, not so much. But they're not American, so it's a little questionable sometimes. But anyway, the point being, yeah, it's important to plan that time. It's cool to take that time away if you're, because if you're always playing fighting games, it's cool if you and your significant other can just like play like something like Cuphead and.
Yeah, man, like I've been doing that recently too, where it's just like playing things that are ones where I can't get mad. It's like things that involve teamwork.
Right. Somebody mentioned Fall Guys. I thought that was a cute little like it's a cute team game. You also mentioned something too. It was like an animal.
Super Animal Royale.
Yes. I actually have it in my queue, and I'm gonna buy it.
It's like you don't have to buy. You can just get it for free, and then if you play it through Discord, you can just play it through for free through Discord.
I'm definitely gonna play it. I'm excited because it's fun stuff to do together. So like we just gave like 80,000 solutions to your can't date the FGC from. You can't say we didn't tell you.
In my relationship, I main jungle, but I play support and league just so that I can be a good girlfriend. This is what it's come down to in my life, Chad. Okay, this is what we do. We put an effort into these relationships. Okay, I fucking hate supporting, but right? We gotta keep it healthy.
You said,
We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta grin and bear it. Like, I own the jungle. I'm a one trick, and I'm like,
you said some. I hate that shit. But thank you for the raid, Karupu. Welcome from Karupu's chat to FGC Woke Podcast, the return.
Yeah. Man, yeah. So that's about relationships, keeping shit healthy, blah blah blah. Especially when it comes to like the FGC. Finding relationships in the FGC, like